And they picked me up and they took me out to a show, and when you're doing a back double bicep,
Get all the creases.
you see that line, it looks kind of silly. So you have to have everything covered. And uncovered. So, any questions on that? All right.
Yeah. At some shows, they're writing that you can't use the PAM or Dream Tan. I knew about Dream Tan, but I guess some local shows they're saying don't bring PAM. Maybe because of mess or something.
But I do know about the Dream Tan. Dream Tan originated in Europe, and they all look like statues. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the look they like. But we're so used to, our judges are so used to having a tan that simulates a real tan. But their tans look almost
trophies.
Yeah, it's like a gold. Yeah, you look like a trophy. You look like one of the guys up there, like a trophy. And it doesn't really look good. I've had the opportunity. I've traveled. I've guest posed in Budapest, Poland, Paraguay, and I've used that stuff, and I don't like it. It's like thick, and it's got a crystal feeling to it, like really weird. And when you're in the shower trying to take the stuff off, it's like sludge just coming off.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'd rather have the Pro Tan on for about 2 weeks, fading off gradually, than having this stuff. It's not a good feeling.
I think the most now.
Yeah.
Any other questions on coloring and tanning and stuff? Oh, one more thing I just want to tell. I'm going to give a handout later about some of the stuff that we're talking about today, and I have it written down. I have it on paper saying about tanning, and I think that for the purposes of just having a good look while you're training for a contest, you should have some kind of base tan. But I don't highly recommend going to a tanning salon. But I go about 2 times a week, about 4 weeks out from the contest, just to give me a base tan, just so I can see what's going on. Because when you're a little darker, you look a little better. When you're pasty white, you really can't see what's going on, and you're surprised that you actually do look better than you really think when you're darker. But that's a preference. That's up to you guys. I've talked to you recently about getting tan because you were really white.
And I lost my tanning bed virginity, so there.
Yeah.
Do you do stand-up tanning or spray tanning? Or tanning you do?
Nice going tanning bed. I'm not grossed out about it. You know, I just go lay down in the bed. Yeah, and just get tanned. Covering this topic, I'm sure that you tan a little bit too, because you know, black guys need a tan too. Their arms are a little darker than their chest and their legs. Their face is a little darker because their arms are more exposed, so they have a different color to them too. They're not even, so you want to even that out. And I think applying a product before the fact, you can still kind of see different shades. So you want to get that all balanced out and you know, have a good look on stage. Any questions?
When you do
really fluid, arms to your side, real fluid. Everything must come from your feet on up first. So everything you do, if it's a front double bicep, it's not a double bicep and then hit the legs. It's set, push your knees out, pull your stomach in, hit the bicep. If you're like me, I put my foot out like this, and then I go into a bicep pose. Some people can stand straight on. Some people can stand straight on with a lat spread.
Which you want? Do you one or the other?
It's all awkward, and they're boxy, and it's like, that doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. Why do that pose? Or see a guy who's really symmetrical and small maybe, and do most musculars where it doesn't look good. Maybe they should be practicing a little bit more, hitting poses where it's complementary to their physique. So there's a lot of, back in the day, I used to go thumb through all the magazines and just see, okay, I know I'm dating myself now, but like, all right, Frank Zane, Lee Labrada, these are the guys that I liked. And I look at their physiques and I say, all right, I want to do that. You hit a pose, I know it's one of the poses you do. He's doing a side shot, his arm is up in the air. It looks fantastic on him. I think Sean Ray had done that, right? Or Flex Wheel, some one of those guys. Dexter Jackson. And I saw the pose on him, It's perfect. It looks great on him. I can't do it. The way my rib cage is, I can't do that pose. I'd love to do the pose. Bob Harris was one of my idols. I'd love to pose like him. Lee Labrada, Rich Gaspari, all those old timers. I like the way they move. I've tried to go and pose like different ways on stage with different styles, and I found my own niche. And you got to find your own niche when you're posing. But the worst thing to do is to do poses that don't even complement your physique. You shouldn't do it. Come on up. Got shorts on today?